Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be looking at a new accessory from Vanquest. This is the Hydra bottle holder. This particular one is actually in their wolf gray color, but it is available in a couple of other colors. But I really do like the way the wolf gray color looks, and I'm actually looking at transitioning a lot of my EDC bags from Vanquest into that color because I like it so much. Now, the Hydra bottle holder is an accessory that I would probably recommend for anybody to pick up, especially if you're using a bag or a pack that does not have an external water bottle holder or dedicated accessory holder, because I think the Hydra is definitely going to come in handy to solve any of those issues. So this is constructed out of 1000D Cordura in the back right here. And then in the front, you have their new Hypalon rubber that they're using in a lot of their new accessories and their new bags. Now, I like the fact that they went with that for the front of this, specifically because since this is the area that's going to come into contact with a lot of other things as you're walking around, you want it to be nice and sturdy. And the Hypalon rubber is very, very sturdy. Now you also have the bungee cord on the sides right here, and what that does is it allows you to expand or contract the Hydra so you can fit various size cylindrical items. Now, one thing that I found is that even though a lot of people might think that this is basically a water bottle holder, this can do so much more than just hold water. Yes, you can hold water or any other liquids or anything like that in different size containers, but you can also hold other things that you would want to have quick access to. And that's what I found in my testing, that I was actually using this not just for water, but also to carry other items that I want to be able to grab quick at hand, especially on the outside of the bags. So I'll go ahead and show you guys a couple of examples of that later on in the video. So let's take a look at how the Hydra works. So again, you have the bungee cord on the sides, and what that does is it allows you to expand the Hydra or contract it depending on the size of the item that you're going to be putting in there. Now, at the very top right here, you do have a little bit of Velcro. Obviously in the back, and then just a little square right here. And that's cool that they added it, because what that does is it allows you to Velcro it shut. So if you're not using the Hydra, but it is attached to your bag or your pack, it's going to sit a lot more flush, and it's not going to get in the way. It's not going to get caught on different things as you're walking around. So that was cool that they added that. So when you get ready to use it, all you have to do is go ahead and pull it open. And then, depending on the size of the item that you have, using the bungee cord here, you can go ahead and expand it or contract it so that it fits nice and snug in there and it's not rattling or moving around. Now, besides that, you might have different items of different heights. So if you have something that is very short, you don't want to, stick it in there and then have it kind of sit all the way down here. Now you have to dig through it. Or on the inverse, if you have something that is very tall and you don't want it to stick out so much from the Hydra that, again, it might get caught up on something like that, what they've done is they designed the Hypalon, which comes down around the bottom here. It actually creates the floor of the Hydra, but it has a big Velcro portion in the back here. So all you have to do is you go ahead and remove it, and now you can bring it down if you want to put an item that is a lot taller. So as you guys can see, it gives you a lot more room in the bottom right here. So as you put your item in there, it's going to sit further down inside of the Hydra, and it's not going to get caught on things, and it's not going to get in the way. And then if you have a smaller item, then all you have to do is take the Velcro out and move it up, and then it'll close this floor a little bit more, so that way the item sits a little higher in there. I thought that was really cool because they went ahead and thought about basically any situation that you might need the Hydra and how to accommodate it to that. So as far as attaching it to the different packs and things like that, you have your Molle webbing in the back right here. So you have your Molle straps here. And again, they have button closures in the bottom here, nice and sturdy. So all you have to do is just weave this in through the pack and then through the rows right here, and it'll be nice and sturdy. Now, besides attaching it to the pack, you also have the ability to, using the Molle straps here, basically all you have to do is slide them in through the bottom here, and what it does is it actually creates a belt loop. So now what you can do is, if you don't want to run it on a bag or a pack, you can actually take it off, do this, and then run your belt through here, and now you can attach it onto your belt and have the ability to carry water or any other items in there right at your side, and it's ready to go whenever you need it. So that's really cool, the fact that you can go ahead and modify it to be able to carry it that way also. I have actually used it that way, and it sits nice and sturdy on the belt. And again, if you don't have like a dedicated water bottle holder or something like that that you would put on your belt, you can go ahead and use this one for that. As you guys can see, as far as the bungee cord here, they give you more than enough length to be able to widen this to fit very, very wide items. So if you have like larger water bottles, you know, maybe like your 64-ounce Nalgene bottles or something like that, those will definitely fit in there very, very nicely, very easily, and it is nice and snug when you have it in there. But again, if you need it to be a little bit slimmer, you can just go ahead and, you know, pull it back, and then this contracts the front portion there, and now it's a little bit more snug, and you can fit in smaller regular size water bottles and things like that. So let me go ahead and throw this onto a pack, and I'll show you guys how that works. Alright guys, so I have my Falconer 27 here with the black version of the Hydra bottle holder attached on the side. I used the included Molle straps to go ahead and attach it to the existing Molle webbing on the side of the bag. Again, it is very easy to do that with pretty much any bag or pack that you're using. Since I'm not using it right now, it's Velcroed shut, so as you guys can tell, it's keeping a nice and slim form factor. It's not going to be snagging up on different things, but when I do have to use it, all I have to do is pull it open and it is ready to go. Now what I wanted to do is I wanted to show you a couple different examples of the things that you can actually use to carry in the Hydra bottle holder. First one being obviously a standard water bottle. It fits in there very nicely. It's nice and snug. It rides very well. I have it set up to so pretty much the majority of the bottle is riding inside of the Hydra, so that way it's not snagging on anything. But again, it is very easily accessible. I can go ahead and pull it out and drink from it if I have to. Besides that, I have this bottle here. It's obviously more of a reusable water bottle, but it is a lot taller than your standard water bottle, as you guys can see there. So I can go ahead and keep it at that height if I want to, but all I have to do is feed a little bit more of the bungee cord. That way it will make it a little bit wider, because again, this water bottle is a little bit bigger. Having done that, I can just go ahead and slide the water bottle in there, and it is nice and snug, nice and secure, and ready to go, as you guys can see right there. But if I wanted to, I can go ahead and lower the bottom portion of the Hydra so that more of the water bottle is inside of the actual Hydra. But again, I can keep it this way if I want it to be a little bit more accessible, which I would go ahead and do. And then last but not least is this is a 32-ounce water bottle, kind of like a Nalgene, but it's not a Nalgene brand, but pretty much the same thing. So again, as you guys know, these are going to be a lot wider. So all I have to do is give it a little bit more slack so I can widen out the front portion of the Hydra, so it will be able to accommodate the thicker bottle there. And having done that, now I can just go ahead and slide the water bottle in there, and nice and secure and ready to go. So go all the way down there. There you go. So again, as you guys can see, it fits nice and snug. It's out of the way, but it is readily accessible in case you need to go ahead and pull it out and drink out of it. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I have found that you can actually use the Hydra for other things besides just water bottles, which is really nice, especially for somebody like myself. I do carry a lot of other gear that I would want to have quick access to, one of those being a tripod. Now obviously, because I review different things and shoot video and stuff like that, I normally carry maybe 1 to 2 different size tripods. Among them is going to be something small like this. Now usually what I would do is I would throw this inside of the bag. Unfortunately, you know, having done that, I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to find it when it's in there, as far as if it's going to be on the side, on top, and things like that. So having a dedicated place on the outside of the bag to be able to throw this in and have quick access to is really nice. And the Hydra does a really good job at providing me that extra pocket on the outside, so I can go ahead and do that. So as you guys see there, I don't have to change too much of the configuration of it, because again, if I do want to have it already set up to accommodate a water bottle, I want to go ahead and do that and leave it that way. But I can throw my tripod in there, I can go ahead and access it if I need it, and then once I'm done, just throw it back in there. So it saves me having to stick it inside of the bag or attach it on the outside some other way, and I can go ahead and have the quick access to it that I would want. Besides that, obviously, you guys know that I review a lot of sunglasses. A lot of the times they come with cases, as in the case of this Wiley X here. I want to carry it in the case. Usually I would have to, again, throw this inside of the bag. But because they're sunglasses, I want to have to quick access to them, you know, in case the weather were to change or something like that. So having the Hydra on the outside, I can go ahead and just slide them right in there, and they're good to go. Now, they do sit a little low in there, so I can obviously remedy that by just pulling on the Velcro backing right here, and then just bringing it up a little bit. So that's going to shorten the bottom portion of the Hydra right there. And now I can just go ahead and throw them in there, and they sit a little bit higher. It's easier for me to grab them if I have to. Again, if it's an item that I'm going to want to have quick access to, maybe I'm using it off and on pretty regularly throughout the day, this does a really good job at keeping them right at hand. Last but not least, if you're maybe using your pack for camping or outdoors and things like that, you want to have different lighting sources available for you. So if you have a larger size flashlight that, again, you would normally have either strapped onto a bag or inside of the bag itself, you can go ahead and use the Hydra for that. What I found is with this product right here, which is a Luminoodle, it's all inside of this bag, but I want to have quick access to it. So now I can go ahead and run this outside and have it readily accessible for me, especially something like this that I'm going to use maybe when I'm going to go set up a campsite or something like that. I want to have quick access to my lighting source. I can have it on the outside of the bag right here. It's ready to go. I can pull it out and start using it. And then if I'm not, I can just go ahead and replace the bottle in its place, and it's good to go. So again, the Hydra bottle holder is a very versatile accessory that I would definitely recommend for pretty much anybody to pick it up, but especially if you're running a bag that either doesn't have an external water bottle holder or it doesn't have a lot of pockets. This basically adds, it's like an extra pocket that you're adding to the outside of your bag. That way you have quick access to the items in there. So there it is. That is the Hydra bottle holder from Vanquest. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.